Welcome. If you are new to the channel, I take you on hikes with me to enjoy beautiful places and to share how I do on-location art. In this episode, I'm hiking the Greenwater to Echo Lake trail and painting at the first small lake I come to on the trail. The trailhead is about 20 miles east of Enumclaw along Highway 410 as you head toward Mount Rainier National Park. Here's the parking lot full of wildflowers in late July. A parking pass is required. Greenwater to Echo Lake Trail is great. It is mostly flat for the first few miles, maybe 500-foot elevation gain. You walk beside Little Meadow Creek for much of it, and there are many pretty viewpoints. There are also quite a few fun log bridges. It was kind of a hot day in the suburbs, but here in the forest it's nice and cool. Here's the first small Greenwater Lake that you come to. Just beautiful. Sometimes the mosquitoes can be terrible at a place like this where the ground is wet, but the day I was there, no mosquitoes. What a pretty spot. I really like that log leading off into the lake. So I get set up in the shade of a large pine tree. I use an Plein Air Pro kit. Works very well. It's lightweight, pretty inexpensive, travels easily. This time I'm using a 9x12 pre-stained panel. I'm using the toned panel this time because of all the greens in the scene. I think that the undertone, which is warm, will bring out the greens in the scenery. And then quickly move to drawing the sketch in, getting the big objects placed. I use a very diluted burnt sienna to sketch the outline. I start with the shadows, laying in darkest darks, trying to match what I think are the right local colors, whether it's a reddish or a bluish or a greenish shadow. As you can see, the sun is moving overhead, so the shadow is also moving. I tried to reposition and stay mostly under the shadow so that my lighting on my panel stays consistent. Now I'm moving into the mid-tones now that most of the large shadows are placed. I try to match the value and the hue, the color of the big masses first. There were a couple brothers fishing on the lake. They spent about an hour there. I'm not sure why they're throwing rocks into the lake while they're trying to fish, but oh well. You can see there's a nice breeze moving across the water. At some point along here I took a break, ate a wrap, drank a cup of coffee, really just enjoyed the day. It's always a race against the clock. I want to finish in time to pack up and get back down the trail and get home before it gets too late. So at some point I need to decide, yeah, I've got the local color, I've got the composition, I've got the feeling of the place down on the panel enough that I can take it back to the studio and finish it. Beautiful crystal clear lake, but the water is bitterly cold still. Maybe later in the summer it'd be nice to swim. Now I'm getting close to being done, so I'm starting to add the final highlights. So that's it. The painting's done enough for on location. I'll take it back to the studio, take another look at it, see what needs to be corrected, and tune it up there. In a future episode, I may show what I do in the studio when I bring these paintings home. Thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoy these episodes. If so, please like and subscribe. That really encourages me to make more.